Hey YouTube, I just wanted to come on here and do something a little different. Today is December 3rd, 2025. It has been about literally 6 years since I lost my stepfather to suicide, and I'm holding up okay, don't worry. 6 years is a lot of time to process everything. Still not always enough, but quite a bit of time, and I apologize for looking a little like I just woke up. I kind of did not too long ago. I worked third shift, so I still gotta get ready for work, so my bangs look a little messed up. But I just wanted to come on here. I don't want to come on here and be like, woe is me, my life is so hard. I've had some trials and tribulations in my life, but we all have. I've been through something traumatic, but almost everyone in their life has. Everyone in their own sense has experienced their own trauma. So, I wanted to get a message or get a couple pieces of advice that I've learned throughout these 6 years, that I think Charlie would be really proud of that I've learned, and it hasn't been easy. To learn these things. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, especially when I was younger, and everything had just happened. We had just lost Charlie. I was very cold and heartless, unloving. My attitude towards people, and my mom even. I was going through a lot, and I didn't know how to really handle myself. But like I said, in due time, you grow up and you learn from your mistakes and educate yourself, and that kind of plays into my first piece of advice, is that education does not equal intelligence. Just because someone has gone to college or has a degree does not mean that they actually know what they're talking about. I think it's very, very important, and we've lost this as a society, to do your own research, to look into things yourself. Look at the evidence. Don't be so quick to say no, that doesn't align with how I see it, so I won't look at it. It's not fair to make a judgment. It's hard to really have a correct opinion when you're not taking the correct steps to actually look into what you're talking about. And just because, like I said, you have a degree does not mean you know what you're talking about. A lot of times schools don't really, I've been into college. I did not like the way they were teaching us. I didn't feel like I was learning any material, and half the time to me the material felt irrelevant and not informing enough. So even being out of college, I've been able to learn actually quite a bit of history and everything myself. And on to my next piece of advice is, loving someone doesn't mean that you have to withstand abuse, because that's not love. And as well as submission is not slavery. For example, me submitting to my future husband does not mean I'm a slave, does not mean that he gets to hurt me, abuse me, treat me less than him. I submit to him as someone who is there to help take care of him and the home. I'm not someone to be walked on. And that goes for any woman and man. Submitting to your partner does not mean that you have to become a slave, because that's not what love is. So I just want to get that out there. I am a guardian. As a woman, I am a guardian of my home. And what I mean by that is, for me personally, my man goes out and he protects me and he builds for the family, whereas I am a guardian of the home. I take care of the home, and when he comes home, make sure that he's taken care of and I'm taken care of, and if you've got babies, make sure they're taken care of. I think that's really important, and a lot of women, we get so lost in the workforce. Trust me, I get it. I literally work all the time, and it sucks. But I also don't want to lose or forget the fact that, my role is to take care of the home. And I'm very proud to take on that role. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Learn something new every day. This is a piece of advice from Charlie Kirk himself. But it is a very, very wise piece of advice. Take the time to try and learn something new. Life is so short, and like I said, people will try and educate you, but I think it's very important that you yourself go out and search for the evidence and historicity of maybe what you're looking into. Don't be so quick to believe someone's ideology. Make sure that you do your own research, you understand what things mean in their own definitions. So yeah. Next one is don't fall into social approval. Be a person of strong character, and courage is the ultimate value or virtue. Be courageous. Don't be afraid to do what's right in the face of evil. Don't let the enemy weaken you. Be strong. Have courage. Don't be afraid to do what's right. Also, the next one is we don't live by proof. We live by evidence. For example, I can't prove to you that we are not in a simulation right now. The evidence tells me that we're not. As well as I can't prove to you Alexander the Great lived, but the evidence shows that he did through eyewitness testimonies and personal testimonies we have in written history. So, I can't prove to you that he lived, but the evidence shows me. So don't live your life by proof. Look for the evidence, and that's really important. Do not fear evil, for good will strengthen you. Evil likes to get in your head and tell you can't do this and you can't do that. Don't fall victim to it, like unfortunately a lot of us in human nature do. Always keep in mind that good will strengthen you. It will turn your life around. Being good, even in hard times, even when someone is being evil to you, it will always be better to show them love. And I've had to learn that. There's been times when I've been a jerk. I've hurt people. I've hurt close ones, like family members. I've been really mean. I didn't show them enough compassion. And I wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. And that's something, as I've, over the years, have been very much trying to change and work on. Because good will always triumph evil. And lastly, love with all your heart, even in the face of evil, even when someone is berating you, making you feel less than, beating you down. Love will always triumph evil, like I just said, and love will take care of you. The good will take care of you. So, love everyone. Love yourself, love your family, even if they've hurt you. Because that love is what's going to get you set free. And like I said, it'll always triumph evil. And these are just a couple things I've learned. There's obviously so much more to learn. And like I said, don't just take this advice from me, maybe listen to it, but try to, look into what I'm saying. What does she mean by, don't live by proof? What does she mean by education does not equal intelligence? Don't just take my words as straight facts, because, they're not. I want you to be able to look into it for yourself. But this is what I believe the truth is. Obviously, I can't prove to you that this is the truth, but the evidence shows me that living a righteous and courageous life will always triumph over a disheartened and hardened heart. So yeah, this is just some advice that I've learned throughout the years, and I hope Charlie hears these from up above, and I hope that he understands, and I'm sure he will, that I've come a long way to learn these things. And I've got even a lot more to learn and grow from. So I just want to say thank you to everyone as well who has subscribed and watched us. It means the world to me to be able to put my opinion out there, and people listen to it, even if they may not agree with it. That's the beauty of dialogue, free speech, all of that. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and thank you for being a subscriber if you are subscribed. And always take care of yourself, and always remember love will triumph over evil. Thank you.